Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. Why the federal government is not protecting America. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. With the second Ebola case now in Dallas, Texas, Americans are rightly concerned that their government is not protecting them against this very contagious disease. 26-year-old Nina Pham, a nurse who treated Thomas Duncan, the Liberian national who died from Ebola last week, has now been diagnosed with the disease, even though she was apparently wearing protective gear. Very worrisome. A new poll from NBC News asks, should there be a ban on flights from West African countries into the USA? 58% say yes, 20% no, don't know or no answer, 22%. Talking Points has said from the beginning there is no compelling reason why West Africans should be admitted to the USA when there is an Ebola epidemic raging in that region. Think about it. Think about it. This is a national security issue, is it not? What reason is there on this earth not to suspend visas from that area? The truth is, there is no reason, just a bunch of excuse making.
We really need to be clear that we don't inadvertently increase the risk to people in this country by making it harder for us to respond to the needs in those countries, by making it harder for us to get assistance in.
Total garbage. We have asked Dr. Frieden a number of times to appear on The Factor. He will not because he is afraid. He knows that I know he's not being candid, that he is spinning the situation and not being forthcoming about how the disease is being spread. Frieden should resign. As he well knows, charter flights could carry medical and military personnel to the affected areas in Africa. And that's the way they should be transported, by charter, so that monitoring can be very close. Believing that civilian airport people in JFK or Newark or Dulles Airport can spot Ebola that is dormant, believing that is stupid and irresponsible and puts all Americans at risk. It's a dumb and dangerous ruse, and Frieden is the chief propagandist. He knows better. Talking Points is just asking for common sense, which the Obama administration is rejecting outright. But I will predict tonight they will soon reverse course. Again, there is no compelling reason for West Africans to come to the United States at this point in time. Secondly, on Ebola, we're simply not being told the truth. How did the NBC News cameraman contract the disease? Ashoka Mukpo is being treated right now in Nebraska, and we still don't know how he got it in Africa. Americans have a right to know that. And the failure to tell us is a huge concern. This has to stop. The federal government has to level with the American people. Now on to the ISIS terror threat. Reports out of Syria and Iraq say U.S. bombing is doing some damage to these terrorists, but is not stopping their advance. All of us who see things clearly knew that was going to be the case. And I believe President Obama also knew that was going to be the case, but wouldn't tell the American people. Instead, the president has created a myth that somehow a 60-nation coalition that is basically doing nothing is going to defeat ISIS. I mean, the Turkish army, part of the coalition, is 1 mile away from the terrorists, watching them slaughter civilians. And the Turkish army is doing nothing. Great coalition, Mr. President. Way to go. Summing up, the American people are not being told the whole truth by the Obama administration about two very important situations, and the BS has to stop. And that's the memo. Now for the top story tonight, reaction. Joining us from Washington, Mary Katherine, and from Chicago, Juan Williams. So Juan, where am I going wrong?
Well, I got to say, I think you're right. I'm very troubled by what has happened in Dallas. I don't understand what's happening in Nebraska, why we're not told what's going on. And when it comes to Dr. Frieden, I think accountability is key for our officials, especially in this situation. My one question to you, Bill O'Reilly, what's on the bench? Who's coming next? Who have we heard from in the American medical community who said Frieden is wrong in allowing that hospital in Dallas to control this rather than bringing the patient to a central place where we know we can isolate it and contain it.
I put Dr. Alvarez, Manny Alvarez, the Fox News guy, in charge. He's 10 times smarter and he's 10 times more honest than Frieden.
Be serious, Bill. Be serious.
Frieden is a propagandist. Look, that's not the issue tonight.
That's not fair.
Well, I think it's fair. That's not the issue tonight, Juan. I'm not a medical expert. I mean, I'm not going to tell the Center for Disease Control how to set up their apparatus. What I am outraged about, Mary Katherine, what is absolutely a fact, is that Frieden is a propagandist. He's not telling the truth. He'd be here instead of you two. You two would be in the B block behind him. All right, we gave him all day to show up. He goes on every other show. I think I saw him on Scooby-Doo and SpongeBob. All right? All right? He won't come here because he's petrified, because he knows I know he's a BSer. Go, Mary Katherine.
Well, here's a couple things. When it comes to public health, it is important not to foment panic and to make sure that you're keeping things under control, because in West Africa, for instance, it's conspiracy theories and panic that make it harder to treat because people start turning on health officials. So that's one of the things. But it is perfectly rational as an American to look at this situation and go, wow, President Obama spoke at the CDC and said they had screening processes that were in place to prevent this. They didn't prevent this. Many people have told us there were screening processes and procedures in place to not spread it once it got here. That was not the case.
Right,
so people can look at that rationally. Wait, and one more thing.
Can I
add one more thing, Bill?
I need quick. Wait, I got to stop you.
This is important.
All right, go.
When it comes to government health organizations, and I am not panicking anybody, but I'm just telling facts, in the past year, the NIH and the CDC have grossly mishandled on several occasions anthrax, bird flu, and smallpox. So I'm sorry if I don't have the utmost confidence at all times that everything they're saying is the truth.
Juan, and I need a short answer because I'm going to go back and forth. It's a number of simple questions. Do you believe civilian employees at JFK, Dulles, Newark, and the other airports can spot dormant Ebola?
Not at the moment.
Okay,
no, I think this temperature-taking thing is a fraud.
Do you believe that?
No, I'm not confident in
so
that.
We got 2 don't believe that it can happen. I don't believe it. That's 3. All right? But our government's saying they're going to be able to spot it. They're going to be able to stop it from coming in. Total lie. 100% lie. No civilian employee could spot that no matter what kind of thermometer they have. It's impossible. All right. That's number 1. Number 2, let's shift gears. Juan, ISIS bombing, okay? Do you believe that the ISIS advance is going to be stopped by bombing? Yes or no?
Yeah, I think we've slowed them down. They were supposed to take that town last week. Is it going to be stopped, Juan? They're 20 miles outside of Baghdad. Yes or no? Yeah, well, I don't think they're getting to Baghdad. If that's what you're asking me, no.
Okay, I'm going to discount that answer. Mary Katherine, do you believe that the ISIS advance will be stopped by bombing?
No, I was always worried that it wouldn't be.
So it's 2 to 1.
Yeah. And when it comes to both of these things,
Mary Katherine and O'Reilly say no, it's not going to be. Juan said something, and I don't quite understand what it was.
And when it comes to both of these things, Bill,
if you're talking about Khobar, I don't know that. I think they'd probably get that.
Why?
But they're not getting to Baghdad.
Why? I said, do you believe the advance is going to be stopped from the air? Yes or no?
And the answer is no with regard to Baghdad, yes with regard to Khobar. So far, they haven't done. I mean, yes, they can stop them with respect from getting to Baghdad. It's an overall question, Juan. There isn't one military expert in the world who believes the ISIS terror advance is going to be stopped from the air. Not one credible military person. Yet we are told that this is going to stop them with a 60-nation coalition. That is a lie. Don't you get it? We're being lied to. No, why don't you? What you said earlier about Turkey is the point. Why are they sitting still? Are you calling for the U.S. to send troops? No, I don't think so.
On both fronts,
I gotta go.
You're probably not getting infected with Ebola, and the American people still don't have a stomach for being on the ground in Iraq, and that's what we're dealing with, but they shouldn't be lying about both of them.
That's not the issue. The issue is a simple one. I'm a simple man. We are being lied to. Period.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Gotta go.
In many cases.
All right. We have a new BillO'Reilly.com.